We know? Ooh. Oh, I got an achievement. True freedom. Can I move? Oh, I can move. Oh, Edwin. Edwin was the first. Edwin was so nice. Apparently I can click on all of them. Let's see. Let's click on Edwin. It was very vital to the outcome of the plan. Peaceful outcome of the scribe's return. Inspired by the liberated exiles, the people of the Commonwealth demanded new leadership, yeah. Another was Edwin's visibility among the people in the streets, identified to be a liberated exile. He was believed to be Golgolathanian, reborn. Oh. More importantly, however, was that one of the winged harps of the Eye-Wing remnants accompanied him. She was later identified as Fikani Sheng. Who's that? A harp for whom Edwin cared deeply. They were separated where Edwin was exiled. Oh, I think I remember. He told to me about it. In all his days as a leader, yeah, the Sarian Union is like the new Commonwealth, kind of. It's a new name. Despite her intense manner, there was no one whom he trusted more in times when circumspection was required. Goddamn. Edwin would often think back about the vow he made at the beginning of his quest for freedom. Although he cherished all of the friendship he made, yet pledged Jodariel, Rookie Graintail, and the Reader. Oh, that's me! You, the Reader! You are an exile of the Commonwealth sentenced to life and downside. So what happened to me? Once merely the status of a deviant, yet, no, a revered title in the Sarian Union. So, am I like out of the downside now? That they might all be free again together, yeah. Yet broken that vow, for in the end not all of them were able to return. A terrible guilt over this darkened this mood for a time. So not everyone managed to go back then, okay. Oh wow, I have to click on all of them. Ooh, and the two here. Alright, well, time to read a little Crapton then. Yeah, it is the first of its kind to achieve liberty through the rights, yeah. You did play a key part, teaser. You were good. Oh, he would visit his friend Faye at every opportunity. Nice. I remember, yeah. Oh, Tizo often misses interaction with the Reader of the Nightwings. They had quickly built quite a rapport back in the downside. Aww. And Tizo would often express a wistful gratitude for all his time conducting the rites alongside the Nightwings, who made such sacrifices for him. Also, he did take full advantage of his access to the Sarian Union's fishing industry. Of course he did. Let's see, Sendra. Let's see what happened to Sendra. After the cycle of the rites is turning, records of what happened to the Black Wagon of the Nightwings become inconclusive. inconclusive and contradictory. Some accounts suggest that the exiles of the Nightwings who remained in the Downside continued to make use of the Black Wagons as their place of shelter and their means of travels. However, there is no record of what happened to the wagon's contents, such as the Book of Rites or the Beyonder Crystal, said to be haunted by the apparition. Yeah. Wow, so they lost like the wagon and the Book of Rites as well? One possibility is that when the Lone Minstrel took his leave, he took the Beyonder Crystal with him, for he was thus obliged. Oh, so if I like actually like set myself free, she would have been free as well, because no one knows that the reader myself took the Beyonder Crystal. Also remains skeptical that the Beyonder Crystal ever existed. A dream. Nevertheless, the fates of Sandra to Beyonder Crystal remain unknown. Okay, that's not good. That means I have no idea what happened to the reader as well. Oh. Sandra has appeared before you. As well, you can see. Yeah, I merely wish that they would mention you at least in passing. I know, right? Sandra seems irritated by the incomplete account of what happened to her. Reassure her. Incredible that there is still choices here. The account was relatively flattering despite a lack of detail. It could have been worse. Yeah, that's true. Humor her. Perhaps making some light of the situation will make Sandra feel better. Or remain silent. Sometimes Sandra just needs a little time to vent. She values that you listen. Ooh. I'm not sure what I want to go for here. Let's go with you know, I'll go with remain silent. You let Sandra have her moment. It's fine. Soon the flash of anger passes and she's back to her usual self. We know the truth of it. That is what matters. Exactly. Alright, Sir Gilman. His owner, right. He was not interested in fighting any longer, I remember, yeah. We never fight again. Aww. Oh. Training with a rookie. Nice. Well, that's awesome. Let's see what happened to Faye. I'm actually really curious. Kinda want to check like those other guys as well. Let's check those other guys actually first. Because those people are the people that actually didn't win during the liberation riots and are like still in the downside. Technically, I guess. Well, let's see. As the cycle of the riots drew to a close, it grew evident that the chance at freedom from the downside had forever slipped from Dalbert and Almer. Yeah. The struggle to get by as exiles of the downside tend to do. I heard the news that the Commonwealth had fallen, yeah. Yeah, see, despite his forthright manner, he had no love for the nation that cast him down. Exactly. Dalbert Oldhart passed peacefully in his sleep before the next new moon. Oh no, he died! In his final days, he implored his son to undertake a pilgrimage to the scribes. Halmer never shared his father's view of the scribes, but respected Dalbert's wishes, and so after a period of mourning, Halmer began a new journey. Thanks to him. Well, rip. Ooh, let's see what happened to... what was it, Lendel? Lendel, yeah. Wow, this guy. He was of course mistaken, yeah. Wow, the others in his triumvirate were left with little choice but to abandon him. After that, the exile known as Lendel, the liar, was never seen again. Well. What happened to Sir Delage? All his life, Sir Delage had fled from one danger only to find himself facing another. He had escaped the war-torn waters of the Sea Dominion, he had escaped the blood border of the Commonwealth, and now he had escaped the right. Oh. Reportedly, they disappeared into the waters of Worm Gulf, which may begin to explain the significant increase in worm population observed in the vicinity. Good for him. Ooh, which, Udmilde. What happened to her? The withdrawn, right? Oh, Barker. I like the music for Barker as well. Never had much interest in returning to the Commonwealth, yeah, for I always found its bylaws to be stifling. So when the riots ended, he did not care at first. Oh. He soon grew very bored. The riots had given his life a certain sense of structure he had always needed. He missed zero anticipation of it all. He decided to continue conducting the rites for the thrill of it. He bent some of the rules, of course, and replaced some of the objects, but it was close enough. His packmates, the dissidents, proved more than happy to participate, and thus they ran against each other back in Jomware Valley. Gradually, other exiles familiar with the rites, as well as those who had not heard of it at all, started to take an interest, and ended up giving Barker Ashpo some healthy competition. Oh, good for him. His old feud with rookie Greentail ceased meaning anything to him, and he forgot all about it amid his new pursuit. Alright, Cryphon, enjoy. Ultimately, even Barker Ashpos, who had led such a directionless existence to that point, found something of a calling through the rites. Whether he took the rites less seriously than any other exiles of his time, or more, was oft, often debated by those who watched him work. I liked him, he was pretty nice. Ooh, I'm curious to see what happened to Ralek as well. Looks like the one that has like a golden thing as the one that was liberated. Yeah. Oh, there is a run as well. Anyway, let's continue. Tamisa, what happened with her? Should never see that mountain home again. Oh. I don't really understand, because I thought the plan of Wolfred was to get like the people that were in the downside back to the Commonwealth, and to get the Commonwealth like done. They clearly did that part, but it looks like the people that were in the downside are just still stuck in the downside and nowhere for them to go back up, which kind of sucks. Yeah, the Commonwealth had fallen, and still, like, no one in the downside could go back up. I don't think different choices would have changed anything, because they clearly like succeeded. So I'm not sure. It might not be completely over yet. That's more than a possibility, actually. I mean, it doesn't look like it. They're clearly like telling me what happened to Tamisa like over the years, so yeah. What was that guy? I can't remember his name. Manly, right. He was a pretty rude guy, I think, yeah. He tried using an elaborate police system. He attempted to retrofit a flying black wagon with superior propulsion. He tried an imp raft, a hot air balloon, even prayer. Nothing worked. There was only one way to escape the downside, and now it was gone. I guess there is just like really no way of escaping the downside other than through the rides and the shimmer pool, which, well, doesn't exist anymore. So even the people in the Commonwealth, or like the old Commonwealth, like couldn't like get the people in the downside back, but no one would, but they wouldn't like cast people back. They wouldn't like banish people in the downside anymore, so let's see. What happened to this guy? Ignarius. Didn't interact much with him. Alright, let's see what happened to Oralek. I really wonder what would have happened as well if, you know, there is a lot of, I really wonder what would have happened if I did this differently, but yeah, like, if I like failed like all the different liberation rate and all the other one would have actually been liberated instead of my people. Apparently it's a valuable thing to do. I think I read that you do not get the like kind of like true ending, but still, I'm curious. He cursed the 8 scribes, yeah. Oralek's body was never recovered. Did he like jumped again? Yeah, he freaking jumped again. I wonder if he died or if he's still alive. Yeah, I guess he just killed himself or tried to. Guess we'll never know if he ended up dying or not. I mean, no bodies, so you don't know. This is sad. This is really sad. I'm a bit... man, like, why, game? Why do you do this? You made me choose and now you're like, oh, you chose this guy instead of him? Like, look what happened. He freaking killed himself. God damn it. I mean, it wasn't very nice, but at the same time, he got like betrayed. He won. He was going to get free, and someone else like tried to take his place. Like, come on. Oh, fair. I feel like Faye should have been like one character that I shouldn't have sent back to the Commonwealth because she didn't really want to. Faye and Tizo were probably the two ones that I should have kept at the end, but man. The 8th word. Theocratic sect. Oh, I remember that. Oh, may always remain closed with Tezo. Oh, she cited her relationship with Jodariel as the single most important in her life. Huh. She was a bit of a weird one. Alright, Rookie, what happened to you? Rookie was nice, I liked Rookie. Oh, close touch with Gilman, yeah. Oh yeah, practice partner, right, I remember. Train together, yeah. Alright, Jodariel, what happened to you? I feel like I should have, yeah, I think Faye and Tizo. I wonder if there is like an achievement if I actually went with 2 others to have like the like full like 8 scribes, like reborn people. I'll probably check the different achievements now that I'm close to finishing the game. See if I don't want to like do another playthrough of it or not, just to have like different endings. Might look for like a walkthrough or something, but might be a bit too early for that. The game is pretty recent. I don't think like we know like everything that this game has to offer yet. I don't know, they are crazy people, so maybe. Alright, don't have many more here. So, what happened to Pamifa? Don't think she did much. Well, she tried to like be with her sister. It's a bit weird to like think that she can fly, so why can't she just like go back to the Commonwealth? Because by the looks of it, it's like it's up, so why can't she just like fly there? But better not to really think about this. She can't, and that's it. Bertrude, what happened to you? I didn't really like talk much to her. Yeah, she was into sandalwood. Yeah, I remember that. I wasn't sure for a second. Alright. Let's see what happened to Falcon Run, right? Close-up shop, oh well. This one has no music. I don't like it. God damn it, Iglo. Goddamn cat. Oh, so I did stuff with a rookie, I see. Oh, only 2 people left now. Let's see what happened to Wolfred. Oh, with the rights having ended sooner than expected, this optimal scenario became impossible. Oh, I guess that's why like he couldn't like get everyone back up. One of his allies in all this was the imp Tizo, with whom he traveled all across the downside. Tizo for president. And how many playthrough would you need if you want to like check like all the different outcome of all the different characters. My god, like, probably quite a bit. All right, leaves us with Celeste and the lone minstrel Tarek. Neither Tariq nor Celeste were ever seen again. Huh. Nothing else anymore. There is one more account which warrants mention. The Nightwings conducted the rites under the guidance of a reader. Little is known of him. Yeah. However, some accounts of him begin to paint a picture. We know he was of common birth, always directionless and prone to misremembering at times. The journey to the downside left him close to death. Did it? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's Edwin found me and I remember. He gave me food, gave me like water and all that stuff. It was then that the Nightwings found him. They brought him from the brink. He showed them the path. He pressed onward with the others. He did not know how far their path would lead. God damn it. Thus did the cycle of the rites commence its final turns. When the final rite arrived, the reader's freedom was at stake. In the end, however, he remained an exile. From that point on, accounts of him diverge. I wanted to know more about the voice as well. Oh well. It is said... Oh well, there we go. It is said the voice which troubled him he never heard again. Some say he opted for a place to settle in the downside, though whether that is true, only he knows. Someday perhaps that reader's own star shall emerge. Then it shall pierce the dark of night in all its brilliant glory. Until such time, and ever after, all of us give thanks. Well.
The journey began on a barren waste where the reader arrived.
I never heard that song before. It's not part of the soundtrack.
When he arrived, the book of rites awakened the Nightwings and ignited the flame. They follow the stars bound together, strands in our brain till the end. We sing of the last of the Nightwings who, having broken the cycle, shall live on in song. Edwin prevailed and strode the path that his heart laid before him. has found his way home. Captain Joe Dariel, mother to many a foundling, she has found her way home.
Exactly.
Rookie Greentail has proved his worth and returned to his family.
Man, that was a great game.
By the grace of the stripes, they follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. The moon-touched girl.
Well, thanks a lot for watching this. So.
The scribes in the world all around her, they have guided her home.
It's definitely a game worth playing.
So prevailed, first of his lowly kind, to ascend from the downside. He has found a new home.
I like how they're singing exactly what I've just read here about the different characters and what happened to them. God damn it.
He has found his way home. Amethyst Thane, born on guilty wings, ever seeking forgiveness. She remained till the end. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. Bound together, spirits tender, strands unbroken, scribes unwoken.
Cat stream best.
Wings guide, having led them to glory. He has found his way home. The bog dweller Bertrude kept their foes at bay with her finest enchantments. She remained till the end. The reader at last made the night wings whole, having bound them together. He remained till the end.
I wonder if they did the singing for like every different endings, and apparently so.
Strands in a braid till the end. They follow
It must be pretty hard to make like credits when you're like an indie studio, because you know there isn't that many people that actually like contributed.
now at the end, as we bid farewell and return to the stars, we shall find our way home. We shall find our way home.
At the end, they've never shown like any picture of the Commonwealth. Oh well. Maybe they will actually. Seems like there is maybe a tiny bit more here. Lots of books. Like, what happened? Well, they did like unbanned literacy in the new like Commonwealth, like Saran Union. So I guess reading is good again. I guess that might be the Commonwealth. Can I click or do anything? No, doesn't look like it. The end. Well. Damn, it looks very good here. Press S to go back. Wait, go back to what? I guess that's it then. 6 hours, definitely a bit longer than what I expected for today, but I'm glad I finished Pyre. I'd like to say that I might come back to it, but really I don't know. I don't know. I have lots of questions that will probably be left unanswered, or maybe I'll try to like catch like a playthrough of someone else, or like just like reading probably the wikis, the different endings and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it, but it was definitely a really good experience and a pretty good game. It was definitely a good game. Now that I'm done, I'll probably go back to FF14 for the next few days. I have Grandia 2 that I want to finish, that I started last month, and because I took a break, I didn't really go back to it, so definitely gonna go back to Grandia 2, and after that I don't know. But yeah, probably FF14 next few days. Might not even stream tomorrow, I'm not sure yet, we will see. Anyway, I'm done guys, thanks a lot for joining me, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Pyre. Definitely an amazing game, worth playing. Like the soundtrack alone is just great. Anyway, it's getting pretty late. Have a good night guys, I'll see you next time. That's my cat just like looks at me. Take care guys.